So, good morning, guys. I hope you guys are doing fine and well. So, today I will be recording a video on what we know as liquidity or what we know as liquidity. But before I start, I would like you guys to get your pen and paper ready as usual because that's the only way you can learn. You cannot just learn just by watching. You can only learn by watching, writing, writing down in your own language. That's the only way you can learn. So now we'll be talking about liquidity. So what do we mean by liquidity? Liquidity can simply be defined as money. You understand? Money. Everywhere you look in the market, there's liquidity. There's liquidity everywhere. Everywhere you look at in the market, there's liquidity. There's liquidity. There's liquidity everywhere in the market. There's liquidity in every high, in every low. There is liquidity. So that is what I mean by liquidity. So liquidity is money. So you have to know where is money kept in the market. Majorly, money is mostly kept in all these highs, all this low, all this high, all this low, all this high, all this low, all this high. That's why you see whenever we see something, whenever price came like this and take out maybe a major low, it said okay, that is what we call liquidity sweep. Or maybe price came and sweep a major high, we call it liquidity sweep. Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example of what I'm trying to talk about. So let's imagine price created this 4-hour high and 4-hour low. Then price did something like this, did something like this. So the price came like this, sweep this previous 4-hour low and did something like this. So this and did something like this. So the moment price sweep this low, that is what we call liquidity sweep, because price take out this level. The moment is price take out this level, price change direction to the opposite level. That is what we call liquidity sweep. But if price take out this level and do something like this and continue like this, that is what we call liquidity run. Oh, sorry. That is what we call liquidity run, because there is a 4-hour level like this. The price is something like this. Take it out. Instead of price to change direction into the next direction, price just move up a little bit, the price continue downward. That is what we call a liquidity run, because price did not change direction. It was just a run of liquidity. Price sweep liquidity and keep going in that direction. That is what we call this liquidity run. But today we are not here to learn about liquidity sweep or liquidity run. What we are here to learn about is exactly what is liquidity. So, as I've said earlier, liquidity is money. Liquidity is money. Money in the market, liquidity is money. And where can we find it? We can find liquidity at every high, low, and every fair value gap, imbalances, and every so where can we find liquidity? We can find liquidity at number one, every high and low in the market. I hope you guys are right. Number one, every high and low. You can find liquidity in every fair value gap or imbalance. And number three, you can find it at every uncompleted pullback. Uncompleted pullback. When I mean by uncompleted pullback is maybe this is a movement, this is a 4-hour high, and this is a 4-hour low. Then price now pull to some area like this, and do something like this. That is an uncompleted pullback. The reason why it's an uncompleted pullback is if you pick your Fibonacci from the top to the from the top to the low of this place, you will see that pullback did not go up to 50% of the Fibonacci. I hope you guys are getting what I'm saying. Once you pick your Fibonacci from the swing high to the swing low, and that pullback did not go up to 50%, that is an uncompleted pullback. So for me, that is liquidity. So now we'll be moving to what is the type of liquidity that we have. So now, basically, if you go online, if you go everywhere, you are going to see that there is a lot of type of liquidity. But me, I'm here to cut the story short for you guys and give you exactly what you need, not what you want. Understand exactly what you need, something that is going to work for you. So today, I'll be telling you the three type of liquidity that I basically use in trading. So the first type of liquidity that I use is inducement liquidity. I hope you guys are writing because that is very, very important. Writing, it is very, very important. So number one is inducement liquidity. Inducement liquidity. Inducement liquidity. So inducement liquidity. And number two is transactional liquidity. And number two is transactional liquidity. Number two is transactional liquidity. And number three is number two, transactional liquidity. And number three is structural liquidity. Structural liquidity. Number three is structural liquidity. Number three is structural liquidity. So now I want you guys to pay attention. This is where it start to get very, very intense and a little bit complicated. So you understand. So now, what do we mean by inducement liquidity? I've told you guys the other time what inducement is. If you guys in that advanced market structure, I told you inducement liquidity is the most recent break of structure within a swing level. Let's just imagine this is the 4-hour swing high and this is the 4-hour swing low right here. So let's imagine this is the 4-hour swing low and this right here is the 4-hour swing high. You understand? Once you drop down to 30-minute time frame, you'll be seeing little movements like this, little movement 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 like this. And I tell you that the most recent one, which is this one, that is the inducement liquidity. Why the one that follows up with it is what we call disruption. Understand? So if price take out inducement liquidity, it means and respect maybe an order block from the disruption. What price is basically telling you is that it's still continuing the bullish movement. You understand? But then if price do something like this, takes down 1, 2, 3, takes down like 30-minute internal structure. That is telling you that maybe price want to reverse down to this 4-hour strong low, then push, or price want to take out this 4-hour strong low itself and do a change of character. So I hope you guys understand what I mean by inducement liquidity now. So now I'll be giving you guys a basic example of what I mean by inducement liquidity. And I want you guys to know that, what did they used to call it? I want you guys to know something is on a 4-hour swing leg, if a 4-hour swing and swing low, if you cannot find at least 2 30-minute break of structure, that level is not valid. That 4-hour level is not valid. I hope you guys are getting what I'm saying right now. That 4-hour level is not valid. So now let's go and start finding the meaning of inducement. So now I want you guys to pay attention right here. It is very, very important. So I want you guys to pay very, very good attention. You can see me cutting price back. You can see me cutting price back right here. I want you guys to pay very, very good attention of what we call inducement liquidity. So now we can see that we should now. I want you guys to pay good attention. This is where it starts to get strict. You can see that this is a 4-hour time frame. How do I figure out where my inducement is? So first of all, what I want to notice, what is my basic market structure telling me? My basic market structure is telling me that we are bullish, right? You guys should see, oh, this is this. My basic market structure is telling me that we are bullish, which is, you can see this lower high, this higher low, you can see this higher high, you can see this higher low, you can see this higher high, you can see this higher low, and you can see this higher high. So what is that telling me? The basic market structure is basically telling me that from this place to this place, we are very, very bullish. So now I want to simplify it down. You understand? I want to simplify it down. Where is my inducement liquidity located? This is how you guys should be able to find inducement. What you need is the most recent swing leg. You understand? This is how you cut out the noise from the market. Like if you want to make your analysis, this is how you cut out the noise. Like I hope you guys are understanding me. This is how you cut out the noise from the market. So now you can see we have a 4-hour higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. This is a break of structure right here from this leg to this leg. This is a break of structure. What this should be telling you is that we are bullish. So now I want to figure out where my inducement and my what it is to call it and my disruption is. Drop down to 30 minutes. The most recent swing leg, which is this and this, which is this and this is the most recent swing, 4-hour swing low and 4-hour swing high. You drop down to 4-hour 30 minutes. You drop down to 30-minute time frame. Once you drop down to 30-minute time frame, everything starts becoming clear. So you start figuring out, okay, you can see this is the first 30-minute break of structure right here. This is the second 30-minute break of structure. This is the second 30-minute break of structure. And this is the third 30-minute break of structure. Let me be marking it out for you guys so you can understand. This is the third 30-minute break of structure. And this is the second one. And this is the first one right here. And this is the first one right here. Right here, this is the first one. Then what did price do? Price came back to take out. This is the low that creates the third 30-minute break of structure. I hope you guys are understanding what I'm showing you guys. This is the low that creates. Let me point it out for you guys. You can see there was. Let me point it out for you guys right here. You can see. Let me use that tool so you can see. You can see. You can see. You can see. Now, if I want to bring out this thing that I used to mark it out now, this particular thing that I used to mark it out now, please, you guys should pay attention. You can see this is the whole 4-hour swing leg. This is the whole 4-hour swing leg on the 30-minute time frame. Please note, I've already break down that 4-hour swing leg. This is the whole 4-hour swing leg to the on the 30-minute time frame. You can see now. This is the first break of structure, second break of structure, and third break of structure. What is telling you that this 4-hour swing leg is valid. So now let's just say you know that okay, now you want to take a trade. Like now I want to take a trade, which is what I'm basically looking for is buy. You just need to anticipate that okay, I want price, no matter what you are